This video is brought to you by TRC Freight. We offer 88% for owner-operators, full transparency, black and white, nothing hidden from you. Check us out, trcandme.com. Hey guys, Bonehead Truckers here once again on this Saturday morning. It's been one heck of a week to be a truck driver, right? There's been a lot of things happening this week, and I just kind of want to give you guys a little bit of a summary. We had the last video talking about the HR 5688, ATA and all that. But we have had a lot of mainstream coverage. Mainstream. Listen, when was the last time trucking has had this kind of coverage? Okay, this is an amazing time to sit there and watch people squirm that, oh man, American truckers, they're finally freaking doing something. We're doing something. Why? How do we know? It's because we're getting loud here on YouTube. We're getting loud on X. We're tagging these people. You guys are calling these offices. Duffy Duff is listening to us. Trumpy Trump is listening to us. They're all listening to us. You can't hide from us now. Take a look at these clips.
The Department of Transportation is holding back $40 million from California, saying the state isn't doing enough to make sure truck drivers can speak and read in English. Transportation Chief Sean Duffy says drivers must be able to read road signs and speak to police. He's criticized California for giving a commercial license to a foreign driver involved in a deadly crash. California defended its practices, saying it followed all rules when issuing the driver a license, and that its truck drivers have a safer crash rate than the rest of the country.
All right, you might remember a few months back, an illegal immigrant in India made an illegal U-turn on a Florida highway. Remember that? Causing a crash. It killed three Haitians living in the U.S. under temporary protected status. The illegal was only behind the wheel because he had a commercial driver's license from California, also one in Washington, which he only got because California gives out regular driver's license, even commercial ones, to illegals. Once you have one of those, not too difficult to upgrade to a commercial license. Remember, we found out after that deadly accident that killed innocent people that this illegal driver, he couldn't read. He couldn't read road signs, didn't understand English. In other words, the entire situation was caused by California's sanctuary state policies. He also has that license in Washington state. Okay, as a result, about 12 minutes ago, Florida's Attorney General is now suing. He's taking on California and Washington state. He's taking it to the Supreme Court. He's saying that their state laws are an unconstitutional and public nuisance, and he wants the court to stop those states from giving commercial driver's licenses to illegals. And breaking tonight, the Department of Transportation announcing under Sean Duffy that it will be withholding $40 million in grant money from the state of California for failing to uphold the English language proficiency requirements for truck drivers.
It's a long-standing rule that hadn't been enforced by prior administrations, but to drive an 18-wheeler, a semi, a school bus, you have to speak English and you have to understand English. And you should be tested for this when you take your CDL exam. A lot of states weren't doing it. We sent out notices to all the states that they have to start to comply. All the states have complied, but one, that would be California. Gavin Newsom cares more about illegal migrants than he does about the safety of his citizens or the citizens around the country. And so we use what tools that we can. And we have $40 million of funding that goes to the state of California. And by the way, it goes for their highway patrol officers. And I support the highway patrol. Donald Trump supports the highway patrol. But Gavin Newsom supports illegals over his own highway patrol to keep the roads safe. And so because they haven't complied, we'll use the tools that we have to make sure we make California pay attention to basic safety regulations, which is English language behind the truck, behind the big wheels of these big rigs. And just real quick, Jackie, there have been so many semi crashes across the country that relate back to drivers who can't speak the language or they don't understand road signs minimally. Incredibly dangerous for anyone who drives on a roadway.
We are the news right here on YouTube and on X. You got those other platforms out there that they never got anything done for us. They never did. I mean, look at OOIDA, for crying out loud. OOIDA is just used to dealing with the old truck drivers, and that's fine. I respect those old truck drivers, okay? Guess what they haven't involved? They haven't involved the younger people. They haven't involved the company drivers, okay? They just haven't. Drivers are drivers, whether you're an owner-operator, company driver, lease op, whatever you are. We come here to make a good living, an honest living. That's all we ask, that we have a freaking job. And ATA, the people in the government has worked against us. We've allowed foreigners to take our freaking jobs. Okay, they take our jobs, they suppress our wages, and it's time we are doing something about it. And we're getting all the freaking attention on mainstream media. Mainstream. I'm telling you, yeah, it's taken some pretty bad things for it to happen, right? Starting with the wreck in Austin, the wreck in Colorado last year, you know, the one in Florida, one in Chattanooga. We've just had a lot. But it's because of those and to the victims of those wrecks. And you sit there and think, man, I sure do miss my loved ones. Understand that it's because of those wrecks that we're going to make roads safer. And we're actively doing it now. When before, oh, it's just a bad wreck. Here we go. Let's talk about it on the news. Let's talk about it on the news. Talk about the wreck on the news. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? I am proud that I'm here and I'm allowed to use my voice to work for the American truck driver. Okay? Not to sit there and read a headline and not really make any stance and don't want to, oh man, I don't want to disappoint a freaking sponsor. I ain't that guy. Okay? All right? I'm not being, listen, ain't no people inviting me to all these little freaking, oh, come up here to Omaha. We'll have us a video. Come over here to Phoenix and let's have a video. I'm not that guy. They don't want me there. Because I'm not going to sit there and smile and just give you some fake crap. No, I'm pretty based. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty freaking based. I'm going to stay that way. I appreciate you guys watching. Who knows what's going to happen next week? Hopefully more great things. And we're going to fight. We're going to fight against 5688. We're going to fight against any bill that comes up that's anti-American truck driver. No visas in trucking. In non-domiciles. Cold freaking turkey. You got a non-domicile CDL? Guess what? You're downgraded. Go find you a new job. Or become an American citizen. That's it. We get the heck on out of our country. How about that? That's a good idea. Hey, Bonehead Truckers, we gone.
What happens when you have a Blue Tiger Elite Plus with a Blue Tiger Storm? What happens when these two get combined? You have the Blue Tiger Ultimate 2-in-1. Now this thing is extremely comfortable. The music plays really good. The phone calls are awesome. Oh my gosh, it's like putting pillows on my head. The other side comes off and it becomes a legal headset. This is probably the best headset. And listen, I've had the Elites, I've had the Elite Pluses, I've had the Blue Tiger Storms, I had the Solar, and so far, this is the best headset. Link is in the description, 10% off. Put in the discount code, make sure you get that 10% off. It supports us here on the channel.